Yeah, she posted.
So it'll be
Yeah,
no talking on the phone, sir, in the courtroom.
Your Honor,
Yes.
would you consider again, you had informed me there was nothing in there. Would you consider either a no registration as charged or another improper plate? I don't think the 30 days would kick in on those.
All right. I'll do 2 improper plates. Amended counts of improper plates. That way it's 2 misdemeanors. And both misdemeanors will be amended, to improper plates, and the improper plate did not carry any abstraction from the Secretary of State.
So the answer to your question, ma'am, unless you have any other tickets or owe any money to a court anywhere else in the world, yes, you can get a clearance tomorrow, and then you run yourself to the Secretary of State.
Okay, well, I will prefer to do it like that because I'm trying to get this matter situated as soon as possible.
Hi, sorry about that. We were in 435.
Okay.
What's this, ma'am?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we were accidentally in 435.
Okay, who are you, ma'am?
Darina Gray. Gray.
All right, we're in the middle of a hearing, so you're going to have to type, and we'll check you in a minute.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna mute myself.
Thank you.
Okay, you want to take that deal, ma'am?
Yes, where I can pay today and get the clearance.
Okay, let's go. And let's, all right, let's raise your right hand now. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, but nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Now, do you understand you have a right to a trial in these matters?
I do.
Everybody's gonna have that right to a trial as well, but we're gonna have to go through this with each and every person that's gonna take a plea today. You understand that, by taking this offer, you're gonna give up that right to a trial?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what I stated in the record?
No.
Okay, now let me draw your attention way back to December 10th, 2015, at around 10:59 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Iroquois and Sylvester. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day, ma'am?
Yes.
And on that day, were you operating a 1994 GMC red in color?
Chevy truck, yep. Suburban, yep.
And on that day, ma'am, did you have insurance on that vehicle at that date and time, ma'am?
No, Your Honor, I didn't.
Very well. I'm going to accept your plea to the amended count of of improper plate. And I'm going to fine you $240 in that matter. And ma'am, let me draw your attention to December 23rd, 2016, at around 11:35 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Mack and Chalmers. Ma'am, were you driving a 1994 GMC red in color on that day, ma'am?
Yep.
And on that day, did you get pulled over by the same Detroit police officer?
Yes, I did. I sure did.
Yep, and on that date, ma'am, did you have valid insurance on that date for that GMC truck?
No, Your Honor, I didn't.
Very well, ma'am. I'm going to accept your plea to the amended count of improper plate. and that is a $240 fine. With the stipulation of probable cause, counselor, I'm going to dismiss all the other matters.
So stipulated.
And this is, all right. Now, here's another little wrinkle that I didn't really go over with you yet. And this was going to be there had you got them all dismissed at trial anyway. All of these matters carry a $45 reinstatement fee. And I can't waive that fee. But that fee is not going to be a part of this $480 that we're going to give you an opportunity to pay. However, you're not going to be able to go get a license until you pay each one of those $45 fees. Okay? So I just want you to know that. So, do you have any questions, ma'am?
You said $45 for each one. I just came down there like 2 weeks ago and paid $19.30 for this stuff, and they gave me a court date. So what did I pay for? And then just last year in August, I paid almost $6,000. Like what? I mean, where does all this money went to?
Unfortunately, you got pages of traffic violations that these things go back to 2016 and 2015 that you neglected to take care of. Unfortunately, are you gonna let me finish talking, ma'am? Can you please stand still while you're talking? Go find yourself a place where you can, so these matters, you have pages of traffic violations. Unfortunately, I would always suggest before you just go down there and pay, you get yourself a lawyer, and the lawyer can help you navigate that. Or you come to court on all the matters, and then you try to get the matters done like that, like you're doing right now, before you just go and pay. But that's why I'm taking it under consideration that you paid all that money, and I'm dismissing 8 of these matters. But like I said before, you have to come to court on misdemeanor charges. Each one of those misdemeanor charges, when you let it go into warrant status, then it gives you a $50 warrant fee, which I'm going to waive for you. I'm going to waive each. That would be 10 $50 warrant fees. That would be another $500. But I'm going to waive those for you. But I can't waive the $45 reinstatement fees. If you would have just won at trial and got all of these dismissed, you would still have those $45 reinstatement fees because you neglected to take care of this back in 2015 and 16 and 14 when you got the tickets. Do you have any other questions, ma'am?
I don't.
All right. When can you pay?
I'm going down there today if I can get my clearance papers today.
All right, so in order to get your clearance papers, only thing I'm concerned about right now is the $480. You say you can pay that today?
I'm paying all of it today. I need my license.
Very well. So that's all I'm concerned about is the clearance pay of the $480. So I'm gonna put in the file that you'll be. I'm just gonna say August the 4th, just to make sure that if something happens, you can get down here before next week and do it. If you can't get down here today, if you get down here today, fine. But keep in mind, bring that about $1,000 down, and you'll be clear here with the 36th District Court, ma'am. I'm going to waive the warrant fees, and if it's nothing further, you have a great day, ma'am. And if you can't pay that by August 4th, then you need to zoom back in, and we can see if we can find you some more time, because it's going to do nothing but give you more late fees and interest and penalties. All right?
All right.
All right. If there's nothing further, ma'am, you have a very good day.
Hey, Your Honor, this is Sam Oliver. I'm just trying to check into court this morning. I have the trial set up for today.
All right, Mr. Oliver, I have you checked in.
Hey, I have another question too.
Wait,
For
wait till I,
the other
I'm
wait
sorry,
till
but
I'm
does
done.
that mean that I'm checked in as well?
Listen,
Because
listen.
Man, it, y'all.
Listen, I'm going to put everybody in a breakout room. Mr. Oliver, wait until I call your name, and ma'am, you're gonna have to wait as well. You got plenty of people that are in front of you.
Serena Gray.
We
Gray
know
is the
you're
last
here,
name.
Ms. Gray. We know you're here,
you.
Mr. Oliver.
Thank
We
you.
got you.
All right, let's go on to Mr. Jamal Olinger.
Jamal, what, Your Honor?
Olinger. Jamal Desmond Olinger. He's on the second page.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Olinger, are you there? You're gonna have to unmute yourself, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Is it Jamil?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Jamil Desmond Olinger, case number U15379-014.
That's how you knew. Can they hear me? Yes.
Too much.
So let me push that. Have mercy.
Push the mute button, ma'am. U352-61416.
I don't know who you talking to.
I'm not talking to you, ma'am. You gotta push your mute button. What's your name?
Karen Gilchrist.
All right, Ms. Gilchrist, please mute yourself. So your name is called.
Wait.
Who is that talking? All right. Mr. Olinger, well, it looks like you don't have an offer for the other charge that you have. You got two charges.
Well, really, Your Honor, what's the other one? I just see the loud radio ticket. Oh, no, there's the other one. I'm sorry.
Violation of the
Marijuana ordinance.
marijuana ordinance here. That looks like it's a dismissal.
Certainly looks like it to me.
What we'll do for the other one, we'll take the other one under a 3-month delay, and we will fine you $240, and I'll dismiss that other one with the immediately upon payment.
Mr. Olinger, what are your thoughts?
So the which charges
If you plead to the loud radio ticket.
for the loud radio ticket?
Right. The other one's dismissed.
That was actually back in 2014, I believe, and it was a factory radio. So
Well,
I don't even know how I got that ticket.
That doesn't matter. 2014 might. Your Honor, is that a 2014 ticket?
Yeah, one's 2014, one's 2016, I think. It really doesn't matter, because what we're doing here is we're just trying to give a resolution. This is not at the point where we have a trial or anything.
No, I was wondering if you dismiss it because of age. It is 7 years old.
But he's gonna have to eat something today. He's not gonna just get both of them dismissed.
Okay.
So if he wants to take his chances at trial, he could do better. He could get both of them dismissed. I think one goes back to 2016. The other one goes back to 2014. So, hey, you know that. I mean, either way, I don't see him doing any worse. So, you want me to set a trial date, Mr. Olinger?
No, Your Honor. I was just trying to find out. So this $10 ticket is gonna cost me $240. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's how it goes. But listen to this. Again, it's not a $10 ticket. You put up a $10 bond. You know,
right.
The court is now moving to $0 bonds. I wouldn't even put a bond on this case. I would give you a $0 personal bond because I don't believe in being arrested and having, if you got a warrant out for a loud music ticket, that you're going to be arrested and have to go to jail and then come to court. It doesn't make things necessary. That's why I do $0 personal bonds. But today is the date and time set just for really an arraignment, I think, on these matters. And basically, you want to resolve them. If you want to resolve them, then that's the deal. If you don't want to resolve them today, we can set you a trial date. I told you. If you set a trial date, you can talk to Mr. Walling.
Not necessarily, Judge. Don't bind me. He will talk to Mr. Walling or a similar lawyer.
Well, today he will talk to Mr. Walling.
Absolutely.
And today, Mr. Walling will advise, and you can help advise you on how you should move forward. I told you that the tickets are 2014 and 2016. So, do you want to resolve it today, or do you want to take it to trial?
I'd rather just go ahead and resolve it, but does it have to be today? Because I'm trying to get my license, and this has been holding, this little matter been holding me up, from getting my license, and I just want to fix that so I don't keep getting in trouble and keep owing money.
Well, that's what today will do for you. It will resolve it by taking this plea. You'll resolve it, and if that's what's holding your license up, then you should be able to go get a license after that. I don't see how. I guess the violation of the Marijuana Act is something that holds his license up, Mr. Walling?
Yeah, I was looking at that myself, and I would assume it's from that one, Your Honor.
So, if that's the case, I can set you a trial date in the next 3 weeks, like I told the other person, and you can. It's your choice, sir.
I'd rather just take care of the matter. I mean, but like I was asking you, would that have to be today? Would I have to come up with that money today?
No.
I'll give you time to pay.
How much time?
I want to just go ahead and pay and get it out my way.
How much time are you going to need to pay it?
At least till August 4th.
All right. So if you want to take the deal, you got to raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very well. Mr. Olinger, you understand that you have a right to a trial in these matters, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can put your hand down, sir.
All right.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that right to a trial. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And has anybody offered you anything other than what I just stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Olinger, let me draw your attention back to, and this is for the music ticket, then back to August the 2nd, 2014 at about 1:35 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Gratiot and Lappin. Did you have an occasion to be confronted by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, sir.
And were you in a red Dodge 2000, a red Dodge 2004 four-door that day?
Yes, sir.
And did you have your music playing loud on that day, sir?
It was a factory radio, but I mean, I guess if you want to call it loud, I mean, I hear louder music than that all the time, but yeah.
Factory radios can bump, can't they?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I did have loud music.
Right.
It was for my
And you
factory.
had the bass all the way up, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Opera's not as good with a bass, Your Honor. I'm sure he was listening to his opera a little loud.
So it wasn't much bass in there. They got some bass in there though. So anyway, sir, I'm going to accept your plea to the loudspeaker ticket misdemeanor. I am going to, and listen, it's the worst it's going to do is cost you $240. I'm going to, with the stipulation of probable cause, I'm going to dismiss the other matter.
So stipulated.
And I'm going to take this plea under a 3-month delay. I said I would do one better than that, sir. I said I would dismiss this ticket immediately upon payment. And I'll do that. I'm going to put a date in the computer since it is under a 3-month delay for October 26, 2021. So what that means, sir, is that you have all the way up until October 26th to pay the matter, right? If you can't pay it by then, you need to zoom back in to see if the court can find you some more time. But if you pay the matter on August 4th, like you said, I'll dismiss immediately upon payment.
Okay, and I will be able to go get my license right away after that, correct?
I don't know what your license status looks like or what you have. All I can say is that from what I see here, you'll be clear in the 36th District Court. So
yeah, that's all I have is something.
If you're bumping music out in Roseville, or if you got some weed in the car out in some other places, then you probably need to go to court there too. But if you just got these two matters, it looks as though you may be okay.
Yes, sir. That's all I got.
$240 paid at the latest by October 26th, dismissed immediately upon payment, and the other case is going to be dismissed. I'll waive the warrant fees. Oh, and you're going to have a $45 reinstatement fee. That is that violation of the Marijuana Act. So you're going to have to pay that $45 reinstatement fee as well. So that's really going to be $285, and you should be clear. But I'll waive the warrant fees.
Okay, and that $45 fee, is that going to be paid to the court or to the Secretary of State?
To the court, but that $45 fee is not a part of this order. Only thing I'm concerned about is the $240. If you never pay that $45 fee, you'll never get a Michigan driver's license though.
Correct. So, but I can pay it that same day when I pay the $240.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Very well. Be safe out there, Mr. Olinger. If there's no further questions, you have a great day.
You as well.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Who's the gentleman with the, that's, because Mr. Is it Jimmy O? Because I got see him in his skivvies, in his cooking.
Well, tell him,
Gentleman, the gentleman with the gray shirt on?
right there looking at the camera.
What's going on?
My name is
So Sammy?
What's his name?
Yes, how you doing?
You're gonna have to put some clothes on, sir. Nobody wants to see you in your underwear.
All right. I thought I was out of camera view.
What's your name?
Sam Oliver. I'm Sam
All right,
Oliver.
let's get these names straight for all these people that are coming in late. What's your name, sir? Gentleman that we just told to put some clothes on. What's your name?
Already checked in. I have a trial date today.
He's
Sam Oliver.
Samuel, I got him.
Check in late.
Samuel Oliver. All right. Well, let me ask.
No problem.
All right, go put some clothes on, sir. This is court. Let's see who's got the Rebel 4 Plus that finally turned their audio on.
Can you hear me?
Is this the Rebel 4 Plus? No, you just disconnected your audio again. Okay. Let me see who has the Moto E6.
That's me, sir. Calvin Lee.
He's got trial date as well. Mr. Walling, these are set, Mr. Samuel Oliver and Mr. Calvin Lee's things are set for 9 a.m. trial. I'm gonna give the officers a half-hour grace period to check in. I do have a PO, Deshaun Green. Good morning, Officer Green. And that's for Tavon Lucius. Is Tavon Lucius here? Okay, and then let's see who has, and that was Calvin Lee in the what kind of device do you have, Mr. Lee?
Moto 6.
Okay. All right. Why did that change the name? I changed somebody else's name. Say that again. Talk again, Mr. Lee.
I have the Moto 6.
Yeah, I changed somebody else's name.
Did you
Your
hear me?
Honor. Your Honor, my name is Alina Lawrence. I do believe I have the Revel 4.
No, we have your name, Ms. Lawrence. Are you?
Okay.
Let me call her case. Let me call her case right now.
Oh, okay.
Are you a court reporter?
Next up.
No,
Choose the
sir.
next-
I'm a typist for Delta Dental.
Delta Dental. Let's see. This is the city of Detroit versus Alina Lawrence, case number 1738150. Counts 1, 2, and 3. Mrs. Lawrence, you've been on the lam for a little while as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mrs. Lawrence, the offer here today is to plead to 1 count of failure to display and dismiss the other 2 counts. That'll be a $240 fine. I'll give you time to pay, and I'll waive the warrant fees, and I will. You'll be responsible to pay the reinstatement fees.
Okay, that sounds great. Are the reinstatement fees $45?
Yes, and you have 3 of them, so another $135, which won't be a part of this record here.
Okay, Your Honor, I paid the cash bonds and tickets for these tickets already.
Yeah, so you got money sitting here. It looks as though you will be free and clear.
Okay.
To go, except you're gonna have that 30-day extra suspension on that failure to display.
Okay.
All right, so,
Would you
wanna
consider,
take this deal?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Pardon me, Mr. Wallen?
would you consider an improper plate on the no insurance?
Well, I would have to defer to, the city attorney. They wrote this deal, this is city cases, so I was able to do that, with the other state case matter that we heard previously because they hadn't written the deal and.
I understand. I
All
understand.
right.
You know, as it is, I approve of that no point violation, Your Honor.
All right, so Mrs. Lawrence, if you want to take this deal, you raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your down, ma'am. Mrs. Lawrence, you understand you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that right to a trial?
Yes.
And Mrs. Lawrence, has anybody offered you anything other than what I stated in the record?
No.
Okay, Mrs. Lawrence, I'm going to draw your attention back to September 1st of 2017 at around 9:45 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Tyreman and Woodmount Street. Mrs. Lawrence, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes.
And on that day, were Did the police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you couldn't do so, could you, ma'am?
No, I could not,
Why is that?
because my license was already suspended and I was paying down tickets.
Very well. That's the short answer. That's all I need for the record, ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna find guilty of the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license. I'm gonna fine you $240 on that matter. With stipulation of probable cause, Counselor, I'm gonna dismiss the other two matters.
Okay.
Hey, man. When can you pay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can pay August the 13th.
Okay, I'm gonna put August the 13th. Well, you want me to? I'm gonna put August the 18th on there. To give you a
Okay.
little extra time to make sure that it's done. 240 failure to display, and I'm gonna waive the warrant fees, ma'am. And I'm gonna hold you responsible to pay the reinstatement fees.
Okay.
Okay. If there's nothing further, Ms. Lawrence, you have a very good day.
I do have a question. So the other two that I've paid already, can those monies go towards the 240, or do I have to bring down another 240?
Address that bond. So what we'll do, Madam Clerk.
Yes, sir.
You have an ink pen on you, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Write this number down.
I'm ready.
313-965-5228.
Okay.
So you posted bonds, so you haven't paid anything yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask my clerk to put a request in to apply that bond, but you're gonna need to take the step in calling that number and telling them that you want that bond applied.
Okay.
Sir, listen. Get him, I'm gonna kick him. Mr. Lee.
Yes.
This is not breakfast time. I told you to put some clothes on. If you're gonna do that, you better cut your video. Not you, Mr. Lee. You cut your video off or something. I don't want to. Nobody wants to see you eating and all undressed. All right. So I'm sorry about that, ma'am. So you can do it one of three ways. You can do it the way that I said with the bond. I don't know how much success rate that's going to have.
Okay.
But this is the number I've been given to provide you. You can
Okay.
come down to court and you can ask them to apply that bond immediately, and they will. And then the balance of all the money that you have expended will be refunded to you back in the mail. You won't get it back when you come down to the court. It will be mailed back to you. Or you can go online or in DivDav kiosk in the city of Detroit, and you can pay that $240 fine and the reinstatement fees, and then the balance will be, then the money that you put up for bond will be refunded to you.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, so you can try that number. If that doesn't work, and I think the quickest way would be come down here or just pay it all the money and just wait on that money you put to apply it back to you.
Awesome.
Okay?
Okay.
No further questions, Ms. Lawrence. I wish you the best of the day and the best of luck.
You as well, Your Honor. Thank you and stay safe.
Thank you as well. All right, we have Essence Gordon. Okay, this is the city of Detroit versus Essence LaFay Gordon, case numbers SP 1146889, counts 1 and counts 2. And for some reason, dismissed by party. So, Mrs. Gordon, dealing with what we have here, the offer in the file for you today is to plead to improper plate and dismiss the other matter. That's like the matter that doesn't require. Let me ask you this, Mrs. Gordon, are you there? Ms. Gordon? You're gonna have to unmute yourself, ma'am. Ms. Gordon? Okay, Ms. Gordon's having some technical difficulty. Did Ms. Gordon provide you with a valid insurance and registration, Mr. Walling?
No, Your Honor, I haven't talked to anybody in any kind of breakout room. I was going to ask her that.
Yeah, I heard you started to ask for that. All right.
If she has one, I know where to take it from there. I did tell her to go get it, if you will
I
recall.
think she zoomed back in. I think she zoomed back in now. Mrs.
Okay.
Gordon, can you hear us now?
Are you able to hear me now?
I'm able to hear you. Are you able to hear us?
Yes.
Okay, I called your case, and you have no insurance and an unregistered, untitled now. Do you have insurance and registration?
Yes.
All right. Can you provide that information to either myself? I can send you an email with my email address on there, or to the city attorney. I mean, to the House Counsel.
Well, I'm not set up for that, Judge. The best way to do it is, you do have it in your hand, Ms. Gordon?
Yes.
The insurance, what is the issue date of the insurance?
I'm really not concerned with the issue date, Counselor. I'm concerned that at very least that people have insurance and registration at this time. She's only got these two matters, so I'm not gonna call into question whether she had a driver's license or not, because I'm gonna assume.
Hello. May I say something, please?
You want to say something, ma'am, or you want to just listen, or you want you? Go ahead, say what you want to say.
Oh no, it's okay. It's if you're gonna.
All right, I would think that's the better thing to do. So, I need to see the documentation. Can you email me the documentation, ma'am?
Yes.
Please email me the documentation, and if I see a valid registration, valid insurance, then we'll dismiss both of the matters. So I'll send everybody my email address in the chat.
Okay. Let me just grab a pic.
Look, we need to get a city attorney in here. We have an officer here that's waiting for trial.
Okay.
All right, let's see here.
Is that
We have
Mr.
Mr.
Lee?
Raymond Love.
Yes, sir.
All right.
What's the email address?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, my name is Cynthia Galloway.
Your name is what now?
I think she said Galloway for trial.
Galloway for trial?
I believe so.
Yeah, Cynthia Galloway. All right. All right, so I'm calling to the officers here. I got Officer Green. Good morning to you. And I got Officer Wright. And I got Officer Buffington. Good morning to you all. I'm calling the city attorney in here. My city attorney is not here. and he's not here, so we're waiting on a replacement. So we'll get to those as soon as the city attorney comes. Okay, back to Mr. Raymond Love.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to be sending an email to you, or I don't mean to interrupt. I just need to know what's going on.
You did mean to interrupt. You did. Is this Mrs.
I didn't know you guys were finished with me. You guys didn't
I said send an email to me, didn't I? I sent you my email address in the chat. But that's exactly what you intended to do, is interrupt.
What chat though? This is
chat down at the bottom, ma'am. If you hit that chat button, you should see some emails going, some chat going across. All right. And my email is in there. I sent that to you. All right. Let's see. Mr. Love.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning to you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There is one ticket on the docket, I believe, Your Honor.
Yes, and it's 4 tickets that are up for today.
Okay.
And these tickets were, the civil infractions were in default. And good morning to you. These civil infractions are in default. They were had during the pandemic. So based on that, I will entertain a motion to set aside those defaults.
So moved.
Well, there's 2 of them here that are way back in 2016, and I'm not going to set those aside.
Okay.
So it does appear that Mr. Love has paid 1, 2 civil infractions that related to these matters. So what I will do is I will dismiss the other 2 matters. So let me call the cases. This is the City of Detroit versus Raymond Love, case number SP 108-08781 and SP 108-08801. Mr. Love, you have 1 ticket, the driver's license ticket, which is the misdemeanor ticket.
What she's gonna do?
Mrs. Gilchrist, if you don't, if you interrupt one more time, if you don't set your stuff on mute, if you interrupt one more time, I'm gonna kick you out the room, okay?
I apologize. I thought it was on mute. I kept saying, did you hear me?
All right. So, Mr. Love, I've taken into consideration that you paid 2 civil infractions here just in the last week or so, and I'm gonna take that into consideration. So I'm gonna dismiss the misdemeanor count.
Thank you.
And what I'll do for you on the 2017 matters or 16 matters that you let linger out there, I will put you back to the original cost of those tickets. So that will help you in get the license. So basically, this case is SP 0808801 is going to be dismissed.
Thank you.
And that dismissal is going to be because you have expended dollars on the civil infractions that you paid on 7/27/2021. I see 2 civil infractions you paid.
Thank you.
As far as I'm going to dismiss the no proof of insurance as well. So that's a civil infraction too. So I'll dismiss those two. I will waive any warrant costs.
Thank you.
And you're going to be responsible to pay the reinstatement fee. And you will have to pay those other civil infractions. I just don't believe in giving people the benefit of just because they let it go and didn't take care of it for years, to give them the benefit of dismissing those matters. So you're gonna have to put some skin in the game to get your license back. But I will pay the discretionary fees so that it gets you closest to it can to the original amount of the tickets, okay?
I appreciate it.
All right, if there's nothing further, Mr. Love, there's going to be an updated dollar amount in the chat, in the thing on the 2 civil infractions that you're going to have to pay, and then there's going to be $45 reinstatement fees on some of those matters as well. So other than that, the misdemeanor ticket is going to be dismissed. And if you don't have any further questions, sir, you have a very good day.
I have one question, sir. Can you give me a price on how much I will have to pay?
Well, my clerk is going to have to input that in. You can look online. You got capability. Well, you got a capability to look online because you're on Zoom now. So you got a capability to look online in the next 30 minutes or so, and then those dollar amounts will be updated.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
But I got 144 for one and 288 for the other one. So
144 and 288.
Yes, and then I got $45. There's going to be a $45 reinstatement fee on the driver expired ticket. But those numbers are going to be updated once you put that's the numbers as they stand now. But you'll get a little more of a discount when she updates the computer.
Okay.
Counselor, good morning to you.
Good morning, Honor. How are you?
Thanks. You have a good day.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Have a good one. I have 3 trial people. I have 3 officers that are here. I can set you up in a breakout room with those officers and see if you guys can come to a resolution on those 3 matters. So I have Cynthia Galloway. I don't know if that officer has showed up. And then I have Calvin Lee, and I don't know what brag if their officer has showed up. They have another 5 or 6 minutes to do so before we start issuing dismissals. I have Buffington and Samuel Oliver that is here. I have Officer Kimberly Wright that is here, and I have Officer Deshaun Green that is here.
Okay, Your Honor, do we have the files just so I can have them while I'm going through speaking with the officers?
Sure.
Is the defendant here on Lanier and Lucius?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sorry.
No, sorry. No, that's one. That's Oliver. This is Lee here. Yeah. This is Galloway is here. And I heard that is Lucius here?
No, Your Honor, Lanier.
Lanier is here.
Yes.
And what are you on? What device are you on, ma'am?
I'm on my MacBook.
Did you name yourself?
Yes, I see her, Judge.
Okay, she's got a name by her?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Lanier. Is that Shablis?
Chablis.
Chablis, I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. Do you have that file now?
I will definitely check.
All right, so if you wanna start, I can get you
Absolutely.
Lanier's file.
Absolutely, Your Honor. What I'll do is I'll take these three right now. I just have to run down to 333 for 1 second.
Oh, well, if you're gonna go, then you gotta, you can zoom in anywhere.
Yeah.
If you gotta go, then we'll wait on that.
Yeah, no big deal, Your Honor. It just take me 5 minutes downstairs. I'm gonna put these where I'm gonna be zooming in from, just so I'm not getting mixed up, so you know.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'll get on as soon as possible.
wait for the Lanier file.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you can have that one as well.
So we have 4 trials today?
We have more than that. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but only those. All right, let's start renaming some of these people. I have a Galaxy Note 9. Well, let me start off with the gentleman with the nice checker shirt and glasses on. What's your name, sir?
Calvin Lee.
Okay, Calvin Lee. I should have you, but I named somebody else Calvin Lee as well. And that person I just asked to unmute themselves.
Mr. Oliver,
What? Say that again?
is Samuel Oliver?
No, not you. I got you now. Who's on the Galaxy Note 9 up there in the right-hand corner?
Alvin Gary. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can see you in the driver's seat, so I know you got a license.
Yes, sir.
All right. Alvin Gary, okay, so we should have pulled his file too, because he's got trial. All right. All right, let's start with these trials.
Okay.
Get some of these people out of here.
Okay.
Let's get Alvin Gary. Is the officer here for Alvin Gary? Is the officer here for Alvin Gary Tasker? Is that the officer or is that the did you hire an attorney, Mr. Gary?
No, sir.
Have you officially called it yet, Your Honor?
Not. This is why you set a trial date, huh?
All day long.
This is the city of Detroit. No, let's say this is the state of Michigan versus Alvin Lamar Michael Gary, case number SX3820571. Appearance for the record, please.
State your name, Mr. Gary.
Alvin Gary.
My name is Philip X. Walling, representing Alvin Gary. Today's the date and time set for trial. There's no officer moved to dismiss.
Is there a trooper, David Tasker? Trooper David Tasker. Hearing no response. And it's now 9:30. The trooper was notified that the trial was here start at 9 o'clock. Trooper's has not showed up. The case is going to be dismissed, Mr. Gary.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
So, who else do we have?
Galloway, Your Honor, I believe is scheduled.
She's on the phone now. I don't know if she's called in or hung up. Let's see what Mrs. Gordon has done with her. You sent me that information, Miss Gordon?
Yes, I did.
For some reason, I didn't get it. Let me make sure that this is not my fault.
Can I just hold it up if that's the case? I have it right here in my hand.
Ma'am, you're not running the show.
No, I was just asking.
All right, I'm asking you to email it to me.
Yeah, I did.
I sent you my email address. I'm checking to see if I made sure that I was correct in sending you the correct email address how it is, and I am. I want you to email me the documents. If you can't do that, you take the deal or you set it to trial.
No, I already emailed. I sent it to you. I emailed it to you. I sent
Well,
it
I
out.
haven't gotten it yet, ma'am, so you need to resend it or whatever.
Bro, tell me this some more.
All right, let's go with, who else do we have? Cynthia Galloway just called in for some reason on the phone, so I don't know what she's doing.
Have a problem with it.
Oh, okay. We're waiting on,
I believe there was a Lee that was scheduled for trial, Calvin Lee. Officer
Yeah.
Bragg, I don't believe is in.
let's go, where's Calvin Lee's file? He took that file?
That's not one of the ones where the officer's shown up.
I think you took the file, but I can call it next.
Hello, excuse me. Excuse me.
Mr. Lee?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's call the case. This is the city of Detroit versus Calvin Earl Lee, case number SP 878158, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 878159, and SX 342-16991. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, my name is Philip X. Walling, representing Calvin Lee. State your name, please, Mr. Lee.
Calvin Lee.
Your Honor, this is the date and time set for trial. It's my understanding that neither Officer Bragg or Officer Graffino is here. Therefore, I'd move to dismiss.
All right, the court's calling Officer Bragg, and the court's calling Officer Graffino. Hearing no response from either officer, it is now 9:35. The officers were set to be here at 9 o'clock. Based on that, we're going to dismiss based on no show for the officer. Mr. Earl, you're going to have some reinstatement fees you're going to have to pay for this.
Okay.
All right, so waive the warrant fees, but you're going to have at least 4 reinstatement fees you're going to have to pay. So all the other matters are going to be the matters are going to be dismissed based on no officer.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a very good day, sir.
Okay, you too, sir. Thank you.
So that takes care of that. I don't know if
What's the status of Miss Galloway? I just as soon get her gone.
she's on the phone calling again. I don't know whether her device doesn't work or whatever. She's got to get her stuff together.
Okay.
Well, she's got a trial. The officer's not here, so she better figure it out if she wants to get this stuff dismissed. Or call in on the phone or something. All right. There's Mrs. Gordon's documents.
Okay.
All right, Mrs. Gordon has provided me valid documentation for the 2003 Chevy. All right, this is back on the record with Essence Gordon, Essence LaFay Gordon. Mrs. Gordon has provided valid documentation for the 2003 valid registration for the 2003 Chevy white in color. And Mrs. Gordon, although the insurance that you're displaying to me now is no longer valid, it was valid at the time you got the ticket. So based on that, Mrs. Gordon, I told you if you provided the valid documentation, I would dismiss both the matters. Both the matters are going to be dismissed. I want to check and see, is Ms. Gordon there?
Yes.
I want to check and see if there's any reinstatement fees or anything that you're going to have obligated to pay. No reinstatement fees. All I see, ma'am, is that you had a prior no insurance ticket, and that was from 9/15/2020, and it was dismissed. It seems like dismissed by the party, but for some reason there's a $30 fee that's been outstanding.
Okay.
So it looks like NPIF. What is NPIF?
Or that's the $25. She might have had a free hearing. They charged her, they dismissed it, but they charged $25 state mandatory cost.
For that, and then they added another $5
Yeah, for the
late fee on there.
Commissioner.
We'll waive the late fee. You're gonna have to pay $25, ma'am.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna affect your license or not. So you got that, Ms. Gordon, you got that from Ms. Gordon. We'll waive the late fee on that $25 fee.
Yes, Your
You want me to write that on the file?
Honor. If you like, but I can remember.
All right, so Ms. Gordon, your matters are gonna be dismissed. You gotta realize that insurance, I don't know if you have another copy, if you paid it, you need to update that insurance again. And if you,
I don't have a car anymore.
All right, very well. If there's nothing further, ma'am, have a very good day.
You too. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Your Honor, this is Sam Oliver. I'm wondering if my officer showed up.
Mr. Oliver, I told you that when your case is ready to be called, then your officer has showed up. Please do not interrupt me again, okay? Well, they're working on some kind of resolution or you'll have a trial. When I call your name, there's a whole lot of people that are waiting, Mr. Oliver. All right, let's go to
Oh, guilty.
we took care of Mr. Love.
Yes.
And what happened to Miss Galloway? Did she ever get her device together?
I don't know.
She's supposed to call in on the calling number.
By my calculations, we need to do Gray and Gilchrist. Not including the trials, of course, Your Honor.
Gilchrist and who?
I think it's DeMarco Gray.
All right, let's go with Gilchrist is up there.
Okay.
All right. Now you can unmute yourself, Ms. Gilchrist.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, ma'am. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
All right. This is the City of Detroit versus Karen Denise Gilchrist, case number SP 109-24111. Ms. Gilchrist, I'm going to dismiss this matter. You paid 2 civil infractions, incurred points. I'm going to waive the warrant fee. You're going to have to pay the reinstatement fee, ma'am. Anything further, ma'am?
No, thank you.
You're very much welcome. If there's nothing further, have a very good day. You owe a $45 reinstatement fee, ma'am.
Thank you. You have a blessed one.
You as well. Okay.
I'm here, Your
Mr. Rosenthal, good morning to you. We have a few matters that we need to have attention to that are set for trial. Do we have any? Would you like to speak to Mr. Why don't I put you in a breakout room with Mr. Waller?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, let's see who else we have. Mr. DeMarco Gray. Is that DeMarco Gray? Ma'am, down at the
Dorena Gray? Dorena Gray.
Dorena Gray. What is your name down at the bottom there, ma'am, again? I just spoke with her. All right, let's go.
Dorena Gray.
I hear you, ma'am.
Okay, sorry.
All right, this is the City of Detroit versus Dorena Lynn Gray, case number SP 111-31541.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Gray.
Good morning.
All right, you have a driver's license never acquired. So the offer here today is to plead to the amended count of failure to display. I'll fine you $240. It seems like it's the only ticket that they wrote you for, ma'am. Had you had expended any funds like the other people, I would have dismissed this ticket as well. But that's all. That's the only ticket it seemed like you got that day.
Yes.
You want to take that deal, ma'am, or you want to set a trial date? You can set a trial date, ma'am, and
I'll take the deal, Your Honor.
I don't know why you guys always want to take the deal so quick, but that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do.
Yes.
All right. You want to raise your right hand, Mrs. Gray?
Yes.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Gray, you can put your hand down. Do you understand you have a right to a trial in this matter? Ma'am, get up out the bed.
Yes.
Sit up, please, ma'am. Do you have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And ma'am, you understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that right to a trial?
Yes.
And ma'am, has anybody offered you anything other than what I just stated in the record?
No.
Okay, ma'am. I'm going to draw your attention back to September 18th, 2020, and at around 3:21 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Michigan and Braden. Ma'am, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, I did.
And on that date, were you asked to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you were operating a vehicle on that date, ma'am?
Yes, I was.
And ma'am, you couldn't produce that license on that day, could you?
No,
And why is that, ma'am?
because I didn't have one and it was COVID and I was trying to get an appointment to get that taken care of.
You never acquired a license, did you, ma'am?
No,
Ma'am, I understand it was COVID, but you've been driving without a license for years.
no, I was going to pick up my grandkids from school because my daughter couldn't do it.
So you're telling me that in all these years, you never had a license, is that correct?
No, never.
And you only drove this car one time in all these years, and you got caught?
No,
Was that your story and you're sticking with that now?
I'm trying to get my license.
I know. Ma'am, I'm gonna find you guilty of the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license. $240 fine, ma'am. When can you pay?
Today.
Today?
Yes.
I'm gonna put in the system, ma'am, August the 4th, 2021. If you can pay today, I'm gonna waive the warrant fee. You're gonna be responsible to pay the reinstatement fee.
Okay.
That's not gonna be a part of this order, but that's gonna be that extra $45 that you need to come up with in order to go get a clearance down here to go to Secretary of State. So that's $240 is all I'm concerned about. The other $45 is the one that you're gonna have to pay in order to get a clearance. So if you find yourself in a position where you can't pay by August 4th, ma'am, you need to zoom back in and ask the court for some more time so we can see if we can get you some more time so it doesn't incur a lot of extra late fees and penalties, okay?
Okay, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, if there's nothing further, Mrs. Gray, then you have a great day.
Can I pay that online, Your Honor?
You can pay that online at 36districtcourt.org, or you can pay that in any DivDav kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told that they're at CVS's around Detroit. And then you can pay that. You can also grace us with your presence and come down to the court and pay that, Mrs. Gray.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice day.
You as well, thank you. That's the only time she ever drove and got caught. I don't buy it, but I want to dismiss this matter. Okay, so what do we have next? Let's start to. I know Lanier has been here. Oh, that's the one that's laying down in the bed, right?
I'm sorry, I wasn't laying down. I was talking to my insurance company, actually.
And I'm blind, or I saw you weren't laying down.
I was trying not to be on the camera. I was on the phone.
Laying down, right?
I was, but I wasn't. I was just trying to get out of the camera. I wasn't laying down.
Let me get the file, please. Is that the one? Oh, you're gonna have to wait anyway, because they're talking about you in the breakout room. Okay, I have a Galaxy A10e that needs a name by it.
That will be me, Your Honor. Tiffany Garrett.
Who might you be, ma'am?
My name is Tiffany Garrett.
And you're here. I don't see a Tiffany Garrett. Oh, there. And you're late. That Rebel 4 never, Tiffany Garrett. Who is the lead I have? What's the gentleman's name up in the corner? Or is that a young lady with the hat on? Take your hat off, sir. You have to unmute yourself.
Hello,
What's your name, sir?
Javante Lynn.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, I got Javante Lynn and
Miss Garrett.
Miss Tiffany Garrett. This is going to be the city of Detroit versus Devontae Deshaun Lynn, case number U46239118. Mr. Lynn,
Yeah.
there's an offer here in the file for you to plead guilty as charged under a 3-month delayed sentence. If you pay the $240 fine, I'll dismiss the case immediately.
Okay.
You want to do that, sir?
Yes.
All right. Can you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Or you can put your hand down, sir. Do you understand you have a right to a trial in this matter?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Okay, Mr. Lynn, let me draw your attention back to January 13th of 2018 at around 12:30 p.m. in the area of 10100 Mack Avenue. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
And on that day, were you in possession of some controlled substance?
Yes.
And what kind of substance was that, sir?
Marijuana.
You didn't have a prescription for that, did you, sir?
No.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm sorry I didn't hear that. Could I have a moment with Mr. Lynn? I know it is an arraignment.
Yeah. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. I see where you're going with that,
And
Mr.
you
Waller.
just have the ticket, sir?
I have the ticket. All it says is at above location, name above was in possession of controlled substance, and they have it in a lock seal container, and they got the lock number on there. So
they did
yes,
not.
I see where you're going with that, Mr. Walling. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, Mr. Lynn. Talk to the lawyer.
Did we get rid of Ms. Gilchrist, Your Honor?
Say what now?
Did you take care of Ms. Gilchrist?
Miss Gilchrist never called back in.
Okay.
She was here earlier, but she never, she called a couple of times and we told her that she could call on the telephone, but she never did.
Okay.
Are we settled? Are we ready to do something with some of these other cases?
Well, you mean the 2 trials, Your Honor?
Yeah, or more than that. I think it's 3, right?
One, Mr. Galloway There is no police officer on, Your Honor.
Did we dismiss that already?
I don't think so, because the prosecutor had the file.
I think we dismissed that.
Okay, Ms. Galloway. All right.
Yeah.
And when was this this ticket picked up on Mr. Lynn? What was the date of that? Oh,
2018, January 13th of 2018.
Thank you. So I'll go talk to Mr. Lynn now. Okay.
What are we gonna do about? Let's see if we can get these officers out of here and these other people that are waiting on trials. Do we have a resolution for them or not?
Mr. Rosenthal, we are in hip deep in negotiations. He had not talked to the police officers at that time.
Okay, very well.
Talk to them.
All right. Mr. Rosenthal.
Did we ever figure out Ms. Gray? What happened to Ms. Gray? Or DeMarco Gray, actually.
These are good, Your Honor.
Breakout room. You already got the office in there?
I'm with this one, I guess this is going for both of these, I think, dismissal because the officers not showed up. I have the other two cases, Your Honor. I'm going to speak with the officers.
I'm going to breakout room number 2, so I've already assigned the breakout.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just wanted to give you these files because these, from what I'm understanding, officers didn't show, so they're probably most likely going to be dismissed.
Yes. Here's Miss Galloway again, so she's got to get her stuff together.
Yes,
no, you're all right.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Is there anything that you need me to take care of right now while I'm here?
No, I put you already signed you. The police officers are waiting on you in the breakout.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to be in there in a second.
All right.
All right.
Mr. Waller, Mr. Lynn is waiting on you in the breakout room.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Now, Mrs. Garrett.
Yes.
Mrs. Lanier, they're still waiting on you to, they're still waiting on to figure out what's going on with your case, so. I suspect it'll be some sort of resolution at some point. Okay, this is the city of Detroit. First, Tiffany Cherie Garrett, case number 217-181-471. Mrs. Garrett, I am going to dismiss your matter. I see that you have paid a speeding ticket that went along with this matter. So based on that, you've already incurred the points for the speeding ticket. Even though, so I'm gonna dismiss the matter, okay?
Okay. Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
Is there any way that I will be able to get the 2 points removed from my record?
Got to talk to the lawyer, ma'am. That's gonna set up a whole nother deal, but that's a good question. And I'll give you a chance to talk to the lawyer.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thank you very much.
Did you have insurance on that day, ma'am?
No, I did not, but
I'll give you, that's all the thing I ask. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with the lawyer when he comes out. That's a very good question and
okay.
Can possibly help you out on that.
Okay.
Okay, who else do we have? So we're waiting on an offer for Oliver. We're waiting on an offer for Lanier. And what did Mrs. Galloway say now?
I told her to dial like it's outside number, so 1 plus the number. And she said she'll try it again. She didn't have to in the area code. So I think that might just be.
Guess you better get it together, huh?
Yeah, we imagine. She got able to down these, I guess.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the thing to be, all right, who's on? Oh, that must be Miss Galloway.
Yeah.
All right, you finally figured it out, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
You almost
'Cause
missed
I
out.
can't read.
You almost missed out on a dismissal, Miss Galloway.
Say that
All right.
again.
Nothing. Okay. This is the city of Detroit versus Cynthia Galloway. Case number is U5779312 and case number is U5779320. Mrs. Galloway, do we have Mrs. Galloway's file? There's no officer here for Mrs. Galloway.
Yes, Your Honor. We do, is that, oh, yeah, that should be Galloway.
Okay. Based on, today is the date and time set for trial. The court is gonna call P.O. Policki. Hearing no response from Officer Policki, Mr. Philip Walling.
I'm back.
Mrs. Galloway finally made a way to get on the Zoom, so today is the date and time set for a trial. You want to put your appearance on the record and help Ms. Galloway out?
Yes, I will, Your Honor. My name is Philip X. Walling, representing Ms. Galloway. Today is the date and time set for trial. It's my understanding there's no officer here. Move to dismiss.
Okay, based on the fact that no officer has showed up, Mrs. Galloway, it's now 10:04. It's 10:04, and Ms. Galloway has been here, although she's had a lot of problems with her device. I will note that there's no officer, and I will dismiss the matter. I will waive the warrant fee. And Mrs. Galloway, you're going to have $145 reinstatement fee to pay, okay?
Say that again. I don't know. What you mean?
You just got to pay a reinstatement fee to get a driver's license. So be clear here, 36th District Court, of $45.
Oh, that's all I got to pay is $25?
$45. The tickets are dismissed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Officer Robinson.
All right. So I just paid $25?
45.
45.
45?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
There's nothing.
All right.
Good day.
No, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Get off the fucking phone.
Huh?
I will be
That's
cut off.
it. You're free to leave, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
That's why your ass couldn't get on here. Ooh.
All right.
You're
There-
right.
Oh, that's
We
right.
have, did you get any information on those other people?
Mr. Lynn wishes to proceed with the plea taking offer, Your Honor. The only one on my list is a Gray, D. Gray, DeMarco or Dorina.
Oh, Mrs. Garrett needs to speak with you as well in a breakout room. Mrs. Tiffany Garrett. She has just a no insurance ticket, and she had a speeding ticket, and she wants to discuss a matter with you regarding the speeding ticket.
Is it in default? Because it's not on the docket.
She's on the docket.
But the speeding ticket is not.
I know she paid the speeding ticket, and that's what she wants to discuss with you. I'm gonna put you in a breakout. I'm gonna put you in a. All right, let's do these. Let's do some of these. Mrs. Mrs. Lynn. Oh, okay, what are we gonna do about Devontae Lynn?
He's gonna, Your Honor, you were smack dab in the middle of the plea. I had a nice long talk with Mr. Lynn over my objection. He wishes to continue with the plea. Please proceed, Your Honor, and I will talk to Ms. Garrett.
Mr. Lynn, is that correct? You don't
Yes.
You don't want to take the advice of your lawyer?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, well. All right, Mr. Lynn, I think that we were to the point where I asked you, did you have a right to a trial, right?
Yeah.
And by taking this offer, you're gonna give that trial right up, right?
Yeah.
And are you taking this on your own free will?
Yes.
Did anybody offer you anything other than what I stated in the record?
No.
All right, so Mr. Lynn, let me draw your attention to January 13th, 2013. I think we already did all this.
Yep.
2018. So you said you were in possession of the marijuana?
Yes.
You said you didn't have a prescription or anything for that?
No.
Okay, based on that, I'm gonna accept your guilty plea to possession or narcotic and drug-related violations. And I'm gonna sentence you to a 3-month delayed sentence. I told you I would fine you $240, and I told you I would dismiss immediately upon payment. I'm gonna put October 26th in the date to pay by. If you pay that, that's the latest you can pay that by, and the case will be dismissed. But you can pay that anytime sooner than that, and it will be dismissed immediately upon payment.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Lynn, why didn't you want to take the lawyer's advice?
What'd you say?
Why didn't you want to take the lawyer's advice?
Because I feel like that's what I was supposed to do.
Just because you didn't feel like that's what you were supposed to do?
I felt like that's what I needed to do. That was right there. I don't know too much about this court stuff, so I'm gonna talk to a lawyer.
No, the lawyer said that, I was thinking that the lawyer was gonna set you up with a trial date and that you could have possibly got this case dismissed.
Yeah, but he told me all I gotta do is talk to you and about making a payment or something, and then it'd be dismissed.
Yeah, that way too, but this way you pay money, the other way you wouldn't have to pay any money if you got it dismissed.
Oh,
so,
well, either way, I just want to dismiss. Any way it was possible. It don't really matter to me.
Well, all right, well, that's an unfortunate way of looking at it, but you have a bond here. You have a ink pen. I can give you a number to the bond department. We can have that. We can put a request in for that bond to be applied, but you're going to need to call, or you can come down to the court and ask for that bond to be immediately applied.
So you said come down the court and ask them to pay it?
Ask them to immediately apply your bond to the ticket.
Okay, so how much would I have to pay when I go down there?
So you got $200 sitting here. You'll have to pay a total of $85 more.
And then I'll be done with it?
And then the matter will be closed out, yes.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Mr. Man.
I can pay that like a kiosk or something, or I got to go in the court?
You can pay it at any DivDav kiosk in the city of Detroit, or you can pay it online.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. So it's not a warrant no more, right? Basically, it's
no more warrant. There's no more warrant.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right.
It's just waiting on that payment for the case to be dismissed.
All right. Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, see that. What else? It's not the system, so.
Okay, so, I don't, we only have Mrs. Lanier and Mr. Oliver waiting. I don't know who's on this rebel floor.
Okay. By my calculations now, Your Honor, we have the trial on Oliver, the trial on Lanier, and I need to talk to Mr. Rosenthal on Ms. Garrett. And then I have a D. Gray that I took down. Did we ever get rid of Gray?
Gray?
Or did they lose patience and leave just as good?
No, Darlene, yeah, she, we got rid of her.
Okay, so there are 3 matters before the court.
And then we have a rebel 4. I'm gonna kick this rebel 4 out now. And maybe they may call back, but they never did connect their audio. Okay. So Mr. Rosenthal is no longer on. We need to get him a call back. So what is going on with Lanier?
I haven't talked to Ms. Litton either of the trials because I haven't gotten an offer from the people.
Okay, now have you got the offer yet?
No, sir. He needed to talk to his witnesses.
Is the Mrs. Officer Wright?
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you, ma'am. I appreciate your patience. Did you have a chance to speak with Rosenthal about Lanier?
Yes, he did come up with an offer, and I guess he's just waiting to get back into the courtroom.
Well, he's down in another courtroom, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel for the young man because he's, you are not his usual judge.
Yeah, I know he's doing double duty today, but
right. And you know how everyone loses their minds when they have to cover more than one courtroom.
I had to cover more than one courtroom the other day. I didn't lose my mind, but I'm probably already out my mind, huh?
Well, I was just gonna say, Judge, that's in the eye of the beholder, not the eye of the guy who's lost his mind.
Oh yeah, that would be true.
Okay.
All right, so I have what about Buffington? Where is Buffington?
I'm
there. Oh, there. All right, Mr. Rosenthal. First off, let's talk about Mrs. Lanier.
So for Miss Lanier, my recommendation after, looking thoroughly through the SOS and everything else, I would like to give her the Michigan Defensive Driving course before we actually give a amended plea recommendation. If she doesn't want to, we can go to trial, but I think in order to amend this charge down to something that has less points for the civil infraction, for they fail to stop and clear distance ahead, to start with the Michigan Defensive Driving course and then come back and schedule it for a review and then maybe give an offer at that time.
All right, well, I've been pushing so that, that we as best we can give an offer or give a preliminary offer on what Ms. Lanier can expect, because we're asking something. We're asking something of her, and she should know in return if she does that's basic contract law, right? What kind of benefit of the bargain that she's gonna get if she does that. So what we've been doing in this courtroom is, Ms. Lanier, here's what the city attorney is saying. You had some sort of accident and something happened, and that's the allegation, that you had an accident. Plus you got the no driver's license, no insurance ticket. Based on the nature of the offense, we the city attorney typically offers a Michigan defensive driving course. That's a $60 course. That's an 8-hour online course, 14 quizzes and 1 test. And it kind of gives you some something that I'm sure everybody could learn. Even the police officers in this room may get a benefit from it. I certainly did when I took mine. But also, we want you to bring some substance to the table when you come back. If you choose to take this offer, if you choose to do this, we want you to bring some substance to the table by telling the court what you learned. And really, the more substantive information that you can bring, the better the offer gets. But I still would like for the city attorney to give you some sort of preliminary offer at the bare minimum. If you just take the course, what you can get, and then if you come in and you just bring everything and you teach everybody on the court that day, and you give a real good substantive discussion about what you learned, then the offer can potentially get better, hopefully. And at least that's what we've been doing in this court. So that's what's going on. Would you like to do that, ma'am?
I think I would be interested, but can I ask a question?
Certainly.
So if I were not to do the online course, I would get 2 points per ticket, and I would have to pay all the fines, correct?
Well, I don't know if you're going to get a point for no insurance misdemeanor. I don't think that's a point offense, but you definitely would get some points, and it maybe more than 2 for that accident, ma'am. I haven't looked up the points, but you'll definitely incur some points, and you'll definitely get some fines.
Okay. I believe it's 3 points, Your Honor, for the accident, fail to stop and clear distance ahead.
I can look that up right now to make sure. If you are certain of that, counselor, I will take your representation for that.
Yes, absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay, so plane ticket, ma'am, and fines in the amount of $240 and another well, it would be another $260. So you would incur a total of $500 in fines today.
Now I'm sure that the people would dismiss after the taking of the class the no insurance misdemeanor if you have insurance. Is that a fair statement, Mr. Rosenthal?
Yes, if with the course, the no insurance misdemeanor would be dismissed. And then also with that course, the accident failed to stop and clear with the distance ahead would be amended to, maybe it would be amended to fail to yield. And I would talk to Dante to see if there would be anything else, but that would be a lesser offense and less points as well, and throwing out the no insurance misdemeanor.
Well, my original question is, of course, on the date we return, the review date.
Yeah.
As insurance, you dismiss that.
Yes. Well, yes, with the no insurance, but even with the course, I would probably.
If the course is done or not, if she has the insurance, you're willing to dismiss.
Oh yeah,
that.
Absolutely. Without documentation.
Really what we're talking about is 3 points on one or 2 points on the other one, I believe.
Correct.
Open for discussion at the time of the review. Is that correct?
Correct. Absolutely.
That's all we can do right now. No, nothing has guarantees in this life, except if you bring your insurance. And Mr. Rosenthal doesn't remember that, I'll hold his feet to the fire.
Okay, so ma'am, are you under?
Given all of the information, I think that.
Please continue.
Go ahead.
Given all of the information that you guys just gave me, I think it would be best for me to complete the course and come back for review. And
I agree. As your lawyer, I agree.
Hey, as a judge, I agree.
As a driver, I agree.
All right, so let's I wish we would have called this case and put all that on the record, but we will call it now. Give me the pronunciation of that first name again, ma'am.
Chablis.
I was going to say that, but I just wanted to make sure. This is the City of Detroit versus Chablis Fay Lanier, case number SP 114744441 and SP 114744451. Ma'am, today is the date and time set for a trial. Ma'am, there's been some discussion off the record about how we will resolve these matters. In lieu of the trial, there's been an offer afforded to you that will require you to take the Michigan Defensive Driving course. I'm going to send that information in a chat for you, so you'll have that documentation, so that you'll have that information where to sign up for that class. And based on your completion of that class and a valid certificate of completion, the people are willing to dismiss the no insurance misdemeanor ticket, and the people are also willing to amend the failure to stop clear distance accident ticket, failed to stop within assured clear distance ahead accident ticket. There's been some discussion also that there was a preliminary offer in that if you do complete the course successfully, at the very least you can expect to reduce that 3-point failure to assured clear distance accident ticket to a failure to yield right away ticket, which is a 2-point offense and a $130 fine. I did mention that, and typically in this courtroom, we look for people to take these classes seriously. Part of what most of what we want to do is we want to educate people on the road, and I think that probably I can say that for everybody in the room, the lawyers and the police officers themselves. They're just trying to make the road safer for everybody. We feel in this courtroom that that class provides a lot of information to all drivers. I think everybody can use that course as a refresher. And based on that, we also in this courtroom give a little bit of deference to the people that really come and take the class seriously and provide some substantive information so that you can, at one, learn a little bit more, and two, make the offer a little bit better. So I think I speak on behalf of the city attorney's office, especially for the city attorney that works in this room. The more substantive information you bring to the class, ma'am, the more more benefit that you'll get in the as it relates to the offer that will be available to you at that time. But that is the preliminary offer. Have I stated everything correctly, counselors, on what our discussions off the record?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, I'm still typing that on. So it's my understanding you want to avail yourself to that class, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'm gonna give you 30 days to complete that class. I sent that information to you in the chat. If you can either write that down or screenshot that, ma'am, so you can have that. We'll be back here, and I don't have the file, Counselor. I think you have her file, but we'll be back here on August the 27th.
You can bring the file to you, Your Honor, right now, if you'd like.
All right, that's fine. I'm just gonna, August the 27th at 8:30 a.m., ma'am. I will say this to you. I don't know if you have an issue with your driver's license or not. I think you don't have an issue with your driver's license. Is that correct? So you have no reason to necessarily come back in. Sometimes I afford to people who are really trying to get a license to zoom back in sooner than that. But based on that, this ticket's not going to affect your license. We'll just put that date to August 27th at 8:30 a.m. And you heard the court said it would be in your best interest to take this matter seriously, take notes on that class, and to bring a lot of substance to that on that day.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Any further questions?
I just have one question. Actually, it doesn't matter. I can go on the website. I was just wondering how much it is, but I'll go on the website.
How much? Oh, the class, I believe, is $60.
Okay, great.
But don't quote me on that.
Okay, I'll go on the website.
Okay, if there's nothing further, ma'am, you are definitely free to leave, and have a great day. And Officer Wright, you are free to leave as well. You have a very good day, and you stay safe out there, please.
I will. Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you, Officer Wright. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Walling, I think maybe go into a breakout room for Mr. Oliver.
Okay, and
let's do this. Let's take care of Mr. I got a note from Mr. Oliver, and but let's take care of Mrs. Garrett right quick. And
yep.
Mr. Let's call this case. Did I call the case already?
You did not.
Mrs. Tiffany Garrett. Well, I don't think you were here. All right, this is.
Yes, Judge, we've already.
Let's recall the case of Tiffany Sherelle Garrett. Mrs. Garrett had 2 matters that she had. From my understanding, she has a valid driver's license. But Mrs. Garrett had a no insurance ticket and a speeding ticket. And she raised a very good question. I told Mrs. Garrett, based on her payment of the speeding ticket, I would dismiss the no insurance ticket, which we typically do here. But she realized that she's already incurred some points on her driver's license based on that payment of the no insurance ticket, and I don't think she understood that when she did that. So, Mr. Walling, you want to put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Philip X. Walling, representing Ms. Garrett. Yes, Mr. Rosenthal, I'm asking your assistance to unring the bell.
Mr. Rosenthal, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Matthew Rosenthal for the people, P84807.
Now, I don't know anything about this speeding ticket other than it got 2 points. What I'm asking the court, what you to do, Mr. Rosenthal, is to set aside that responsibility plea. Perhaps let her plead to the standard amended charge of improper plate on the no insurance ticket and dismiss the speeding ticket if we could.
Well, let me get the case file. I think the speeding ticket was a 2-point offense, and so it was 6 to 10 speeding.
Well, it doesn't say. It says here operating. It doesn't. Let me see. On the ticket, it does not have a speeding. It just says violation of basic speed law. That's how it's written. And there's no notes in the on the ticket itself. I'm looking at the original ticket itself, there's no notes that suggest that there was any speed that they clocked at. Now, say this, I don't know what your Mrs. Garrett, are you there? She's in the room. Can you go get her out of that room, Mr. Wallen?
I can certainly try.
I don't know what her record looks like, whether she has any misdemeanors or not, but she just has a no insurance misdemeanor here and a speeding ticket. I'm going to assume that she has a driver's license, and if there is some sort of offer, well, first of all, you have to be inclined to set aside the default.
Right.
Set aside the responsible. But if that is an inclination of yours, then I would hope that let me ask Mrs. Garrett, are you there?
She said she'd be a second. I don't know what that means. But it isn't even a default. It's this set aside the guilty plea. She paid it time.
I understand that. But what I'm saying, Counselor, is if Mrs. Garrett doesn't have any kind of criminal record, then that makes, that I would hope that the parties would keep that in mind when they discuss offer. That's only if the court is inclined to only inclined to set aside the responsible plea when Mrs. Garrett paid that ticket. If the court is not inclined to do that, then I'm going to do what I said I was going to do for Mrs. Garrett. Mrs. Garrett, let me ask you this: do you have any misdemeanors on your record or any felonies on your record?
I don't have anything on my record, Your Honor.
All right, so that's the answer that I wanted to know, and I'm going to let the parties discuss the matter.
Okay.
I think that means you're up, man. I gave you my offer.
Yeah, so I'm gonna come down. I'll do on the speeding because there is nothing in the remarks. I'll do a blockading, so impeding.
And then you're gonna dismiss the other one then?
The other one was what? A no insurance?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll dismiss that. I'm gonna amend the other one to blockading. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna come down and write the offer right now and bring the judge a case file. I'll be right down, Your Honor.
Let's do this right now on the record, sir. We'll get her out of there, if you don't mind. This is Mrs. Rosenthal. Just to update you quickly on what's going on, ma'am. You posed a very good question, and I'm glad you brought that up because at the time you didn't have the benefit of counsel. So all the parties understand that you didn't have the benefit of counsel when you sign up and you pay. We appreciate the fact that you were looking to clear the matters up and you paid, and then we knew you couldn't pay the civil infraction. the misdemeanor. You have to go to court on the misdemeanor, and that's what brings you here today. So your attorney has made a motion.
Rung the bell, Your Honor.
Right. He's made a motion to set aside your responsible plea, and I'm going to. And the city attorney has granted will not contest that motion, and I'm going to grant that motion. And the basis for that motion, the granting of that motion, will be because we understand that you you didn't have the benefit of counsel at the time that you took that motion, and we're going to assume that you didn't understand that you were going to sign up for those 2 points. So based on that, the motion is granted. There's been a new offer, and that new offer is for you to plead responsible to the blocking traffic, and the other matter will be dismissed. Now that's going to require a $175 fine. You have $120 here you pay. That's going to be $55 more that you're going to owe the court. Ma'am, I will take this responsible plea, and as long as your attorney and your attorney will consent to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis, if you'll stipulate to that, I will take your responsible plea based on that stipulation.
So you're walking out with no points?
Will you stipulate to the face of the ticket, Counselor?
I will, Your Honor.
Based on that stipulation, ma'am, I'm gonna, for the violation of basic speed law, I'm gonna accept your responsible plea to that, ma'am, but I'm gonna amend that ticket to blockading traffic, and I'm gonna fine you $175. Ma'am, when can you pay?
Today.
I thought you were gonna say that, ma'am. I hope you were gonna say that at least.
Yeah.
Today is July the 28th. I'm gonna just put in the system, July the 29th, ma'am, just to give you that day to make sure you got your ducks in order. Give my clerk some time to readjust this and give you the $120 credit for the blocking traffic. Then you should see a $55 fine when you look that matter up and get ready to pay that matter. You can pay at any DivDav kiosk in the city of Detroit. You can pay it at 36districtcourt.org, or you can come down to the court and grace us with your presence and that $55 today, ma'am.
Okay, I can go on 36district.org.
Yes, you can, ma'am. Just give her 30 minutes or so.
That's what I'll do. I'll go on there and pay it. And then I'll walk away with 0 points.
You'll come with 0 points, ma'am. Just keep that insurance, ma'am, and slow down, please.
Yes.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Thank you. Thank
All
you,
right,
everybody.
thanks. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Okay. You want to come down here now, or you want to do it all on Zoom, Mr. Rosenthal?
Well, I guess with Mr. Walling, I mean, we don't need a breakout room. The offer that the prosecutor assigned to 434 made, I'm going to keep that offer. It's the FTD failed to display.
Who is this?
This is for Samuel Oliver, Your Honor.
Okay, let's call this case. Mr. Oliver sent me a message in the chat.
Yep.
And it may or may not.
I can come down to the courtroom, Your Honor, if you'd like.
All right, it doesn't matter. If I'm doing anything.
I'll come down.
All right, very well. So for Mrs. So I guess the two officers, Mr. Officer Buffington and Officer Green, which one is on Oliver?
Buffington.
Okay. Very well. And Officer Green, you are on who?
Looks like Tavon.
Mr. Lucius, sir.
Yeah.
Who? Well, Lucius never showed up, did he?
No.
Or I don't know. I know there was a person with the Rebel 4 audio that we kicked out, and that's the only person that we didn't get a name for or anything. So, but I kicked them out because they never did turn on their audio or video for that matter. And I thought that they may have called back, but be that as it may, Officer, I will call Lucius's case right now so that we can get your appearance on the record and get you on your way. This is the city of Detroit versus Tavon Dewan Lucius, case numbers SP 102-68551, 204-93864, counts 1, 2, and 3. Your appearance for the record, please.
Philip Walling representing Mr. Lucius.
Okay, and your appearance, Officer Green?
Officer Green for Detroit Police Department, sir.
And your badge number, sir?
Badge 1458, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning to you. Mr. Lucius, today is the date and time set for a trial in this matter. I will note for the record that I haven't heard from Mr. Lucius, but there was a device that was signed on from the beginning of this morning, and I could not get any audio for that person to connect their audio. And I subsequently put that person out of the room in hopes that that person would sign back in. Here's a Tiffany Garner that I've seen before, but we're on the record. So I will, Ms. Garner, you're not with Mr. Lucius, are you?
No.
Okay. So based on that, there's I'll put a capias out for Mr. Lucius. I hate to do that based on the challenges that I know that we have with this remote hearings. I know it's a good in one way, and sometimes when you don't have the proper equipment or you're not tech savvy, then it doesn't help in other ways. But there's a $0. We'll issue a capias. We'll issue a $0 warrant, and that'll conclude the matter. Yeah, if you have anything else to say about that, Mr. Walling?
No.
All right. All right, Officer Green, thank you for your presence, sir. If there's nothing further, you're free to leave, sir. Just be safe.
You too. You have a good day, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Okay. Now for Mr.
Oliver.
Oliver. Mr. Oliver. All right, Mr. Oliver. He's been waiting, chomping at the bit to get. He's ate his breakfast. He, you know, man.
Tough morning.
It doesn't look like it's been a tough morning. Look like you had a pretty good morning. You ate? I didn't even eat.
Wow.
All right. So for the record, that was men at least 2 failure to yield. That's got that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then that was August 27th. Pretty sure.
This one, after looking at the SOS, Your Honor, I'm just gonna keep it on there on the road.
All right, so here, did you print the SOS in here?
I have it with me, Your Honor, right here. Do you want to see it?
Definitely. Let's call the case. Mr. Lucius is almost ready to eat lunch. Mr. Oliver's almost ready to eat lunch now.
Yeah, in a minute. Patience is a practice thing.
Pardon me?
Patience is a practice thing.
Very true.
You don't have much. You don't have much. You need some more practice. All right.
Yeah.
This is the city of Detroit versus Samuel Arch Oliver. No.
What?
This is the city of Detroit versus Samuel Gary Oliver. Case numbers. SP 1123698 counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1123703 counts 1, 2, and 3. And they suggest that Mr. Oliver doesn't have much patience in his driving because he got stopped for doing 6 to 10 over in the speed limit. But that's just an allegation as it stands now. Mr. Walling, can you please state your name for the record, please?
Your Honor, my name is Philip X. Walling, representing Mr. Oliver this morning.
Okay. And let's see his driving record. Yeah, Mr. Walling, Mr. Oliver doesn't have any patience. All right. So the deal today, sir, is plea to the failure to display and to the speeding ticket under limited access 60 to 55 and dismiss all the other matters. I'll fine you $240 for the failure to display. That's a 0-point misdemeanor, but it does abstract to the city of the Secretary of State. And I'll fine you $125 for the limited access. That is a 0-point ticket that does abstract to the city Secretary of State as well. And that's a civil infraction. So that's the offer for the day, sir.
That was not me driving that vehicle. I don't own that vehicle. I was never in the city of Detroit driving the vehicle. And I was never speeding.
Okay, so it's time. Today is the date and time set for a trial. So I guess this will be my first trial here because we have the officer present. We have a distinguished defense counsel present on your behalf, and you're present. So what do we do? How do we do it? We put everybody on the record. Mr. Walling, I guess we can swear the officer in.
Yes.
And we can go from there. Have we ever had a Zoom bench trial?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I've had 20. I kind of, well, no, I mean, the officer spoke enough. I'm ready for trial. Yeah.
Mr. Walling, does your client consent to have this trial over Zoom? Or do you want to put your client in a breakout room?
I think a breakout room might be appropriate, Your Honor, just for a brief moment.
All right.
Can I get a breakout room with the officer?
Sure.
For a brief moment? Officer, I'm gonna jump in a breakout room with you real quick. Thank you, Your Honor. I'll be right back in here as well.
So when you sign on, I'll get you.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Officer, you'll be in breakout room 2. Mrs. Garner, how can we help you?
Good morning. Okay, so I heard that you guys were looking into tickets and we're helping people like clear them. So
Where'd you get that, ma'am?
Well, my sister had let me know. She came to see you yesterday.
All right. What's your middle name?
Joy, Joy.
Tiffany, Tiffanyygarner.
Yep.
I don't see that you have any tickets in the 36th District Court.
Well, they told me that I had a $400 one and I had missed the date on paying it. And then I also have my license suspended at the moment. So I was trying to see, could you look in that?
All I have control over is 36th District Court and GARNER/TIFFANY. Let's go with /JOY.
Yep.
I'm just not pulling anything up. Do you have a ticket number, ma'am?
No, not that I know of, but they told me they had sent me a letter to my house saying that I had a $400 one. So I'll just have to.
Is that 36?
I gotta go look at it. So I'll probably just have to come back later then.
Well, look at it now if you want me to consider it.
Okay. All right. Give me just a few seconds.
Who signed in on the Kawan's iPhone?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, that's not you. Go do what you need to do, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, I need those tickets emailed to me, please.
My name is Kawan Grant, and you told me when I finished I had to take a driver's test online. And you told me when I finished the test to give you a call back.
Grant, G,
Yes.
I'm gonna have them send that, the ticket. I only see one original ticket here. Hold on, Ms. Grant. I only see one original ticket here, and that is well, let me see.
You wound up combining them all together because you said I had so many.
Hold on, Ms. Grant. Hold on a second, okay? We're on the record on another case.
Okay, I apologize.
That's all right. I got one original ticket, failure to display improper plates and no insurance written by Officer Buffington. And then the other matters are, I guess, so here I'm going to have my clerk email you what's in here in the file.
Thank you, please. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Grant, that's Grant?
Yes, sir.
KOWN?
KWON.
That's what I had. I just said it wrong. KWON. Oh. Sharice Grant. Oh, okay. We're gonna have you zoom in tomorrow, ma'am, in the morning at 8:30. No. When is Dante? Boss.
Oh, what did he say? You remember people? I think it's gonna be a week.
He'll be back next Tuesday, I guess?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me find out.
He said, Matthew said yes, Your Honor.
Dante will be back next Tuesday.
Mr. Walling, do you want, which tickets do you want me to send you?
All that he's on, all that Buffington's on.
I got ROAs. I hope that's good.
It's only one.
It's not, but you know.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Charles Dadell is in the waiting room. Are you calling Judge Perkins?
Not in our courtroom.
Oh, you're in the wrong courtroom. But this is Perkins.
All right. so that's the end of the email. So, this is, Grant. I'm gonna wait for the city attorney that was here that discussed your file to come back. And I'm waiting on him to give me a response on when he'll be back, and then I'll have him come back on that day. You just so happened to call in on the day that he had scheduled some time off.
No.
Send me that. You want to send me that? You want to send me the certificate that you completed the class? I'm going to send you my email address in the chat.
To do that, I had to have it told me to put in a citation number, and I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know where to get the citation number from.
No, just send me, did you get the certificate?
No, because when I completed it, it asked for a citation number.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can like take a picture of the end of the test where it's asking me to put in the citation number, and I can send that to you so you'll know what I'm talking about.
Do you want me to give you a ticket number you can put in there?
Yes. That would be the citation?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can put SP. You got a pen?
Yes, I do.
SP 1150 1351.
Can I repeat it back to you?
Certainly.
ST 11501351.
SP 11501351.
Okay. T as in Tom, or
No,
P as in Paul?
P as in Perkins.
Okay. Okay. P. SP. Okay. Thank you.
11501351. I don't think it's really I think that's really insignificant anyway. But make sure you get a certificate of completion, okay? And
Okay.
email it.
Thank you.
I'll put my email address in the chat.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll see you Tuesday.
Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning?
8:30.
8:30. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a great day.
As well. Okay.
And then, Your Honor, if I can get a breakout room with Officer Buffington for today's trial.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mrs. Garner.
Yeah, okay, so I looked back at the ticket and it's a different court, so I apologize for that. But I did have a question. So my license is suspended. Do you know if or who I could go to for that? Because you said you don't take care of that.
You're gonna have to take care of, is it 36th District Court that I don't think you're licensed. I don't think you have a ticket down here in the 36th District Court now.
Yeah, it's a different court. I apologize.
So you're gonna have to go to that court. I would suggest that you go to the Secretary of State and you get some information on all, they'll give you a printout of what's suspending your licenses, but definitely it seems like you're gonna at least have to go to that court that you need to go to take care of that.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
You as well. Have a great day.
You're welcome. Mr. Buffington, Officer Buffington, they're gonna be waiting on you in the breakout room, I think.
Yeah, I don't see a link to get to it.
It should be up there. You should be joining the same one that you were in, room 2.
Oh, I see. You have to click on the breakout room box. Okay.
Which will call this talk about Oliver. Could you, can we oh, 2 things. For Mr. Glenn, Charles Pierre Glenn, let's go in there and dismiss that matter. I'll put it on the record with Rosenthal.
Okay. Did I bring the file? Just
Right
bring
here.
it? Oh, okay. Okay. So he had to pay it, right? Didn't he have to?
Yeah, we're gonna dismiss it.
Oh,
So he doesn't-
all right, okay. Oh, Your Honor, about these 3, Miss, what's her name? Miss Gator? I didn't know if you wanted me to dismiss those 14 because they were old, because of age, and this one didn't have a disposition of. Do you want to file that? Right here. I know he made a motion on the record, but I wasn't sure if you said just have her eat it or something like that.
I gave her 2. They were displayed. And improper plate.
So just those 2, everything else is dismissed, Your Honor, and then adjust the fine.
I gave her 2 improper plates. Gave her 2 improper plates. Yeah, I gave her 2 improper plates, $480, and dismiss everything else.
Okay, Your Honor, thanks.
And then, waive the warrant fee.
Okay.
She's got to pay the plates. Who is this? No, not on docket warrant status. Queen. Elise.
Did I put it up there on the screen?
Goes up there, yeah.
Probably doing too much. Doing too fast.
They figure it out, Officer Buffington?
Yeah, I think he's put in for dismissal.
Well, Mr. Oliver's patience paid off, huh? Well, I've never seen it lit up like that.
I know, it's always,
No, the open bond, intercontinental.
oh, this part,
Yeah. Balance due on this one.
TR 45, you know, I put that one right there.
She's gonna pay the reinstate.
Yeah, that's what
How's it going with you, officer?
Excellent. It's my birthday.
Are you getting overtime now?
Yeah, just the regular court time, yep.
I think he said it was his birthday today too.
Is your birthday today too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, happy birthday. I know there's a whole lot of places you'd rather be than right here then.
It's true.
And I didn't hope, I'm sorry it took this long, but
All right, Your Honor. Spoke with the officer. We're gonna have an identification issue. I'm gonna have to dismiss for no recollection. I'll write up a new slip. But that's kind of what's going on here. So I can't even tie the plates to the individual, so.
So based on that, I don't even need to hear all that discussion you had was just to get to know each other because we're having Mr. Oliver has exercised his patience today, but he's tested mine. But based on that, there is a motion on the court. Well, I'll let you put it on the record.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll get on the record right now. Matthew Rosenthal for the People, P84807. People move for a motion of dismissal based off officers' recollection of the given incidents and the time of date. We dismiss all 5 counts that were issued to Mr. Oliver, and that's the people's motion.
All right. No objection. Is that right, Counselor?
That's correct. I just wish somebody had talked to me before I talked to Mr. Oliver.
Well, we just found all this out, but let's say that. Let's say motion is granted based on no recollection. The matters will be dismissed. We'll waive any warrant fees and we'll waive any reinstatement fees. I think that's only fair since Mr. Oliver wasn't apprised, said it wasn't him. So if there's nothing further, Mr. Oliver, don't come in my courtroom again, eating, undressed, and all that, and interrupting me all day long, all right?
And Your Honor, if I may, just Mr. Oliver, if that vehicle is still titled to you, I would definitely make sure that you get with the Secretary of State and let them know that you don't own or have that vehicle in your possession. If that vehicle is still titled to you. If you ever owned that vehicle, I would just make sure that, it's not linked to you with the Secretary of State.
Mr. Oliver, no, you're on that vehicle. I'm saying no more. All right. Yalla, he's shaking his head. Nope, it wasn't me. All right, Mr. Oliver, matters are gonna be dismissed. Doesn't look like you have any other obligation down here with the 36th District Court. So based on that, if you don't have any further questions, sir, you're free to leave, and it's almost lunchtime, so.
So am I free to travel and do business?
Yes, you are, sir. Well, I'll say that with the 36th District Court, you don't have any obligation down here, so.
We're good to go.
You're good to go, sir.
All right, now have a good one.
You have a better one. Take it easy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wallen.
Thank you, Mr. Rosenthal.
Thanks, Walling. Thanks, everybody in the court. Bye.
All right.
Yeah, I just have to
It
speak with
wasn't
the
just a
officer.
lack of patience, Your Honor. It's just an overall bad attitude.
It wasn't just patience, huh? Well, patience is virtue.
He didn't get it from the first thing this morning. He didn't get it at 11:15 this afternoon. I don't need to, it's hard.
But he was patient and he got his case dismissed.
He's lucky that officer, I hate doing the no recollection, but also the license plate, or supposedly it was fraudulent, so we couldn't even link him through registration or anything like that. So it was, it's one of those cases, I couldn't do nothing.
Well, people don't understand when you're trying to ask, questions about what they have, but they are very willing to tell me what the police don't have.
Right. Well, yeah.
So
and then it just
I asked
based
him, does he have a valid license as we speak? Yes. I said, when was that issued? He says, why does that matter? Well, I said, well, it might have some impact here. And it turns out it was issued in February of 2021. So that was no help. And then he says, well, I have living all the way in Ann Arbor and I haven't been to Detroit in 6 years. Well, okay then. Did you ever live on Shield Street? Yeah, but I've changed my address. I haven't lived there in 7 years, but you used to. Everywhere I get, you ask a question, I get attitude.
I guess it must have been his lucky day, though. I'm telling you, it must have been his lucky day, Mr. Wallen.
Yeah.
Or it just wasn't him. Either lucky day or it wasn't the individual, and he was correct. I don't know which way to go.
I like that. You at least open up the.
Oh yeah. He's either real lucky. Well, based off the SOS, I was like, whoa, all right, hold up here. But he's either right or he's just a lucky wrong individual.
May I ask you a question, Matt? Because the ticket did have his correct